considered an ideal country to visit, experience, and discover. Guatemala has established itself as one of the most important tourist destinations in the world. According to the Guatemalan Institute of Tourism, INGUAT, 70% of all visitors to Guatemala decide upon making a return trip, while 98% recommend to others that they make a trip to the land of the Quetzal. By way of the national policy for the development of tourism, Guatemala has taken a series of actions to improve travel conditions in the country, such as security, essential for attracting tourists. The cuisine of Guatemala, comprised of ingredients indigenous to the Maya, will appeal to the palate of both diners and history lovers alike. Guatemala has microclimates among its attractions to visit, offering all services and commodities. To the west, colonial Antigua Guatemala, located 1 hour from the capital, and the archaeological site of Isimche in the municipality of Chichicastenango. Lake Atitlan, the most beautiful lake in the world. To the east, some 300 kilometers from the capital, is Isquipulas, famous for having the Black Christ, venerated in his basilica by thousands of domestic and foreign tourists. To the northeast, in the same department, are the archaeological sites of Quirigua, Tikal, Petén, and Islas de Flores. Guatemala, also known as the country of the eternal spring, or the heart of the Maya world, furthermore has magnificent beaches along the Atlantic and the Pacific. In the north of the country, there are amazing nature reserves, among which the biological corridor stands out, where the Quetzal biotope is located. Nearly 4 hours from the capital, between the Alta Verapaz and Baja Verapaz departments. Other attractions along that route are the so-called Caves of Lanquin and the Semuc and Champe rivers, and the Lachua Lagoon. Lake Atitlan in Sololá. Lake Atitlan is one of the most visited tourist attractions in Guatemala. Recognized as being a lake of majestic beauty, travelers from all over the world who started out on trips aiming to make stops in various countries have ended up staying here. The lake is surrounded by 3 gigantic inactive volcanoes, Atitlan, Tomilan, and San Pedro. As if that weren't enough, Lake Atitlan has 14 small Mayan villages along its shores, each with its own principles, customs, and traditions, its way of living and dressing, and even its own language. This mix of nature, landscapes, and culture make the lake charming and the perfect destination for people visiting Guatemala, framing the scene of the most beautiful lake in the world. Along the shores of Lake Atitlan, high-quality coffee is harvested, forming part of the repertoire of flavors inherent to Guatemala. Atitlan, an ecological area. The hills and volcanoes offer thick, dense forests where people can go hiking without any trouble, observing various kinds of birds, from the few and shy woodpeckers to the quetzal, the national bird. A warm water lake. During the morning and the early afternoon, the lake's waters are pleasantly warm, presenting unique traits that make it possible to swim along the lakeshore, even when it's not very hot outside, which is why you can always find people swimming in the area. The calm waters make it easy to go kayaking, although as of 4 p.m., a phenomenon known as the chocomil causes the waters to churn, due to which the boat trips that take tourists from one town to another are suspended for safety. The trip from the capital, Guatemala City, to Lake Atitlan lasts more or less 2 hours and 40 minutes.